Mining's so very important to regional New South Wales, and we want it to be even more important. The government in New South Wales is spending heaps and heaps of money on enabling infrastructure to make sure that our key priority industry sectors can be as robust as they possibly can as we bounce back from COVID. And as you will have seen, New South Wales has remained open for business while dealing with the insidious disease which is COVID, and that's a great testament, I think, to the fact that we've got the balance in this state right. Open for business, but looking after our people, our industries and our communities. We are absolutely supportive of mining. In fact, the Deputy Premier, the Honourable John Barilaro, has taken on the mining portfolio. He's also the Minister for Trade and Industry, and he is absolutely committed to making New South Wales a bigger and better destination for all types of mining. This year we released very clearly our Future of Coal document, which clearly states that we're still in the business of welcoming investment in coal. It's not just coal that's going to be exciting for our mining industry. We've got some of the richest minerals deposits, including critical minerals, and we're very, very motivated to making sure that we can commercialise these things, and that our mining department, the mining, exploration and geoscience team within my department, are here to help. Whether it's incentivising people to do exploration and assisting them through the various programs that we have in place, which have been hugely oversubscribed as we've gone out to industry, whether it's helping you with market intelligence or geological or geotech support, whether it's providing incentives for you to kick off your industry. We're really motivated to make sure that we can do the very best to partner with you. We are pro-mining. Mining is not a dirty word in New South Wales, but we're pro-development and making sure that that development can coexist in our regional communities, and that we do it in a responsible, sensitive way and look after the environment on the way forward. We've also got an industry and business development team, and recently we announced a $100 million fund, which is about growing jobs in the bush. So it's called the Jobs Creation Fund, the Regional Jobs Creation Fund. $100 million that's expressly there to help assist businesses that want to start up and want to grow. Roughly that fund is there that will provide assistance in a tailored way around about $20,000 per job. It's open now, and it certainly is there for any engine industry, and mining is one of our engine industries in our region. So we'd welcome you reaching out and talking with us about how we can partner with you to start your business. Part of that fund also enables us to move key workers into those sites that you're looking to create, and that's something that will be very important. As always, our team is there to help you to traverse the regulatory and planning systems and to make sure that we become even easier to do business with, so that any impediments that you face in making decisions to either start exploration or to commercialise the exploration that's commenced can be done as easily as possible within that responsible framework that we have, especially in a time of COVID. We're putting an extraordinary amount of effort into making sure that companies that are looking to spend money are in a position to spend that money to create jobs as we bounce back from COVID, and that means us facilitating and fast-tracking things and giving priority to partnering with people that are interested in jobs creation. One of the things that we are particularly interested in a mining sense is the value add proposition that we can provide within country and within state. So New South Wales is embarking on a series of, I think, groundbreaking precincts. We call them special activation precincts. They're jobs precincts. They're specifically there to encourage private sector investment from within our country and for overseas companies to come into those precincts and do value-added business in those precincts. There's one at Parkes that might interest the mining community. Parkes, as well as being home of the Elvis Festival, is uniquely located on the new Inland Rail line, which the Commonwealth Government is sponsoring, and that will provide heavy double-stacked rail connectivity between Melbourne and Brisbane. And Parkes is the intersection of the railway line that, again, provides the opportunity to get product away to Western Australia and South Australia. So uniquely placed. A big precinct there. We've done all of the thinking and planning up front, including an opportunity around value add for critical minerals at Parkes. For complying development in that precinct, if you either buy or lease a block of land in the precinct, it's 4 weeks for you to be able to break ground and start to get your project away, which is cuts literally years and months off the normal planning approvals processes. All of that's done for you. No DAs, no EISs. You'll need simply a construction and environment certificate that would be issued by a group that sits within my department called the Regional Growth Development Corporation. We think it's a sensational opportunity to set something up there in that critical minerals space, and we're certainly talking with people within industry and also our colleagues in the Commonwealth about how we might be able to mobilise the opportunity that brings. The head of our mining group is Michael Wright, and Michael has been given very clear writing instructions about making sure that he builds a connection to industry, making sure that we work with you people, that we embrace your ideas and that we can help you to make sure that they can become a reality in New South Wales. As I said at the start of this short presentation, we want mining to happen across our state. We're open to conversations about the full range of mining projects, and government is here, and my department is here to help you to make your ideas a reality by assisting you to making it even easier to do business in this great state of New South Wales. I hope the conference, online conference, goes terrifically well for everyone. I hope that you reach out to us through Michael and his team and make yourself known to us. If you've got any ideas, if you're an existing miner that wants to, mining corporation that wants to expand, if you're brand new into the market, and you want us to help you deliver your project, we're here to help at all levels, and again, all the best for a great conference. Thank you.
The New South Wales Government is committed to mining exploration in this state. We're focused on developing a strategic path to build the sector going forward. We are indeed fortunate in this state to have the largest and most diverse economy in Australia, and mining, which takes place across regional New South Wales, is responsible for half of the state's revenue from exported merchandise. So a really significant activity. Now, in our recent history, we've primarily been known for our coal, but looking back, you'll see that New South Wales actually has a rich and diverse mining history. We still have significant opportunities for new discoveries. New South Wales was the site of Australia's first gold rush in the 1850s. And the discovery of the giant Broken Hill silver lead zinc deposit, the world's largest, in 1893, was a company maker with the establishment of BHP and a significant opportunity for the country as a whole. And following a major expansion of mining of high calorific thermal coal in the late 20th and early 21st century, I now see New South Wales riding a new wave of exploration activity with the tech and green revolution requiring an increasing diversity of responsibly sourced metals. Now, interestingly, New South Wales' proportion of Australian exploration expenditure continues to grow and has actually doubled since 2012. So in addition to a booming exploration activity around traditional commodities like copper and gold in New South Wales, we're also seeing an increasing number of explorers seeking out our plentiful emerging and critical minerals. This includes the battery metals like cobalt and nickel, but also rare earth elements including concentrations of scandium not seen anywhere else on the globe, potentially enabling the world's first and probably largest scandium-only mine. And of course, we shouldn't forget copper, which is the metal of the 21st century due to its widespread use in all electrical componentry. So while the New South Wales Mining, Exploration and Geoscience Group is a new name for my agency, we continue to remain focused on efficient titles management, strategic policy development, and delivering world-class pre-competitive geoscientific data to support growth of the state's minerals sector. Our mission is to make regional New South Wales the preferred investment destination for exploration and mining.
In mid-2020, the New South Wales Government released its strategic statement on coal exploration and mining in New South Wales. The statement outlines a 30-year plan to ensure a smooth transition to a lower carbon future for the New South Wales coal industry and its export partners. As part of this statement, the government outlines several areas of potential release for future coal exploration and identifies areas where future coal mining will not be permitted. We have also released the Future of Minerals in New South Wales report, which looks at trends in global mineral demand and matches it with the exciting opportunities for discovery in New South Wales. This report supports the New South Wales Minerals Strategy launched last year and demonstrates the government's commitment to developing and growing our mining sector. The mining industry is driven by global market forces, and currently we see global population rising, increasing urbanisation, and a growing middle class. This is leading to increasing consumption of construction materials and lifestyle goods, driving a greater need for traditional metals such as copper. The uptake of high-tech metals goods is also driving exploration for a range of battery and high-tech metals. New South Wales has identified exploration potential for 17 of the 24 critical minerals identified by the Australian Government. Our top 7 investor-ready projects are featured in the latest edition of Australia's Critical Minerals Prospectus 2020. Traditional supply chains are being disrupted by geopolitical tensions, and there is increasing investor and consumer demand for ethically sourced minerals. Due to a heightened focus on secure supply, New South Wales high regulatory standards drive strong environmental, social and government outcomes, which are creating increased opportunities for mining in the state.
If I was to summarise New South Wales mineral endowment, I'd have to say we're the great all-rounder. We have a long history of coal and metals mining, but we also have the potential for base and precious metals exploration success. New South Wales is rapidly emerging in the critical metals space, with world-class rare earth elements, cobalt, scandium, antimony and heavy mineral sand deposits. It's common knowledge that New South Wales is home to the world's single largest silver-lead-zinc deposit at Broken Hill. A lesser-known fact is that Newcrest's Cadia Valley operation in the state's central west is Australia's largest gold producer. The largest gold specimen ever unearthed, the 290 kilogram Halterman nugget, was found not far away at Hill End in 1871. New South Wales has several underexplored regions that are host to some very exciting exploration results. New South Wales has several geological terrains, each with its own prospectivity. In the state's southwest, the Murray Basin, which extends into Victoria and South Australia, has become one of the world's premier heavy mineral sand provinces. There is outstanding potential for the development of known resources and for discovery of new large deposits. In the state's far west, the Curnamona province has the oldest rocks in New South Wales, best known for the giant Broken Hill silver-lead-zinc deposit. However, the area is also largely untapped. Exploration potential for iron oxide, copper-gold mineralisation, platinum group elements, and at Thackeringha, host to a large cobalt-rich pyrite deposit. The Delamerian origin is a belt of rocks in western New South Wales that wraps around the eastern margin of the Curnamona province and continues into South Australia and Victoria. Although large portions of the port origin currently lie under cover, it's highly prospective for polymetallic volcanic-hosted massive sulphide mineralisation, orogenic gold, and has also been explored for nickel sulphides. The geology of the central portion of New South Wales is dominated by the Lachlan origin, which is emerging as one of the globe's hottest exploration destinations for copper and gold. The Lachlan was also the site of the first gold rush in Australia and has seen continuous production since then. Today, the major producers of the porphyry copper gold deposits are North Parkes and Cadia Valley, the Cal epithermal gold mine and the orogenic gold mine at Tomingley, and the polymetallic deposits of the Cobar Basin, which have been producing copper, gold, lead, zinc and silver since the 1870s. Despite its long history of mining, the Lachlan origin is underexplored. Only 3% of the mineral exploration holes drilled in the origin extend past 200 metres in depth. The recent surge in exploration in New South Wales has seen a corresponding surge in discovery, highlighted by Alkane's Boda porphyry system, which has delivered a mineralised intercept of over 1,000 metres. In addition to gold and precious metals, the Lachlan is also well endowed with emerging commodities, highlighted by Toongi and Narrabri rare earth element deposits, and the lateritic cobalt, nickel, scandium deposits associated with the Fifield Nyngan belt. Finally, the New England origin in the state's northeast is a significant historic producer of gold, antimony, copper and tin tungsten. The origin has been largely ignored by mineral explorers in recent years, but is now seeing a resurgence in interest for a variety of commodities, including molybdenum, bismuth, cobalt, scandium, rare earth elements and lithium, and those that have been previously mined. To summarise, although New South Wales has always been a mining state with a rich and varied mining history stretching back 170 years, the state remains underexplored with huge potential for a discovery of a wide range of precious, base and critical metals.
The Geological Survey of New South Wales is the state's oldest continually operating government agency, and its role has remained largely unchanged since its formation in 1875. The Geological Survey of New South Wales is the custodian of the state's geological data, and it collects and manages and delivers this information for the benefit of all the people of New South Wales. A large part of this involves delivering pre-competitive data to support mineral exploration and discovery. We also deliver advice to support land use planning and environmental management, as well as public education and outreach. The Geological Survey is the authoritative source of up-to-date knowledge about the geology and the mineral and energy resources of New South Wales. There are a number of initiatives in place to ensure that the best pre-competitive data is readily available to the exploration industry. These initiatives have resulted in world-class data sets, such as our statewide seamless geology and our mineral prospectivity mapping. We are also continually adding to and improving the quality of our drilling and geochemistry databases. Our MinView data portal is fast and intuitive, and it gives explorers instant access to view and download all validated and non-confidential geoscientific data stored by the Geological Survey of New South Wales. MinView users can display and search over 500 map layers, including geological mapping, drill hole information, geochemistry, mineral occurrences, geophysical surveys and their statewide mergers, plus mineral and petroleum titles. There's also a wide range of reference layers, such as the cadastre, infrastructure, utilities, parks and reserves. MinView also provides access to the core library records, allowing explorers to find out what core is available to view and sample at either our Londonderry or our Broken Core storage facilities. MinView links directly to our DIGS document archive, which is fully searchable, and it makes all Geological Survey publications and the non-confidential industry reports available in digital form. There is a wealth of geological information in DIGS, with maps and reports going back over 145 years. Using DIGS, you can access over 2 terabytes of data, and that's about 3.5 million pages of geological information that's available at your fingertips. As you've heard previously, New South Wales has a rich history of exploration and mining stretching back 170 years. Through our online systems and our physical collections, the Geological Survey allows modern explorers to benefit from that historical work, allowing them to fast-track their exploration programs with much more effective targeting of prospective areas.